Hi Aquarius, my name is Chandler. It's nice to see you. This is my first Aquarian reading. My page is fairly new, so those of you who are tuning in may or may not be new. Most likely you are to my channel. I'm Chandler Christine. I love you, Aquarians. There's no reason that I haven't done your reading quite yet, unless it's just the fact of not having time. I'm actually traveling today, so I really shouldn't be, but I'm taking the time anyways for you guys because I know you guys are going through a lot of fast-paced changes. You guys are really experiencing some growth. I see it already. They've got a lot of fire in the beginning of June, transformation, change, change, endings, and closures, as well as maybe on the home front, in the family. Okay, so we're seeing some good developments. This will ultimately be very good for you. Abundance. All right, some of you are coming into some quick money. Some of you are coming into a new career. You know, you're transforming and growing within your career. Maybe some of you are getting promoted. There's a good chance that this will lead to a lot more money. There's a good chance this will lead to some financial prosperity, okay? But you need to be growing and changing with this. There might be some of the elements to this new beginning that demand you to grow, right? And there might be some fear associated, not knowing if this is the right thing for you. Flying right out of the bat is the King of Earth. Okay, definitely some changes on the home front. Maybe you're getting with a new partner. Maybe he's a Taurus, he or she, a Taurus or Capricorn, someone with a lot of Earth in their chart. But nonetheless, you know, I feel as though some of you, it's like when I see the Three of Water, it oftentimes symbolizes someone like, a therapist with anxiety issues. You know, like someone who understands their craft, but maybe struggles with it themselves, needing to apply what you know to be true is absolutely in this reading. And Queen of Earth, okay, coupled with the King of Earth. Some of you are definitely involved with either Virgo, okay, Taurus, or Capricorn. I'm going to put these cards down. We're going to try to clarify with our Fountain Tarot deck. So let's just touch on these before we get going on the clarity, because I feel like the clarity part can bring a lot of information, but if you're not grounded in the main energy of the month, you won't know how to apply it. So really focus on these cards, and then of course the clarity cards are up for your interpretation. This is a general reading. So the way these came out at me actually were this way. So the Four of Fire was in reverse, and the Nine of Earth is upright. Nine of Fire, I'm sorry. I saw Earth and so I said Earth, but it's both fire cards, fire elements symbolizing transformation. Something going down that's really expansive for you. And on the home front, you may be meeting a fire sign that just turns your world around. It really, maybe they make you a little aimless. Maybe they pull on your heartstrings. Maybe you're involved with a earth sign, okay? But in general, this could symbolize some good transformation going on within you, which is fluid in all areas of your life. When this kind of expansiveness happens in your energy, it means that it can happen in many, many different areas. With the Nine especially, symbolizing that there's some kind of ending happening here. Closure is not necessarily associated with this card, but endings are, and maybe even an abrupt ending is. With the Four of Fire, it kind of symbolizes that you may have lost your direction, or something may be coming into your life and it just changes the direction that you had initially thought you were going in. This archer, he has such a keen eye and keen awareness on his goals and what he wants and where he's directing his energy. But as soon as this Nine comes in, it's kind of like, wow, was I sure about that? I don't know. So again, this nine of Fire male is just a very strong character in the reading. So again, if you have a lot of fire in your chart, Aquarius, this could absolutely be you transforming, becoming a little bit more grounded, putting aside some of the indecisiveness, that kind of thing. But I feel as though there's someone coming into your life that is changing your direction, or maybe there's an offer coming to you, or someone who wants to give you more foundation and stability in life, and that overall changes things. This ultimately leads to abundance. Whatever kind of opportunity or transformation you're walking into, it's going to lead to some amazing things. Abundance doesn't only mean money and cash flow. It very well translates into energetic properties, the value you hold in your life, things that you can be appreciative for, grateful for. Maybe doing charity work, that kind of ebb and flow of energy that is always reciprocated. It has a bit of a karmatic feeling to it as well, but overall clarity over where your energy is going. It's a great time to make investments. It's a great time to start new chapters, new endeavors. Maybe some of you are entrepreneurs. I see some of you maybe leaving a situation for another one that's a little bit more independent, right? But new. The 3 of water comes up because, again, it's something having to do with your craft or what you have experience in that is a little daunting, right? It could ask you or entail some real intellectual and emotional growth. Something that's coming up, is like what I said earlier, a therapist that has anxiety issues, helping others overcome their struggles, but struggling within yourself about it. This is very emotional in the sense that you may be holding yourself back from certain opportunities, or you may be fearful of what's to come on some level. But the King of Earth really comes up to further clarify that there's going to be a foundation that's set, a standard that's set with this transformation. That even the uncertainty and uneasiness that you may feel to begin with will totally subside once you just get going. But the King of Earth has no resistance, absolutely no resistance. He follows the flow. He's very wise, nurturing, aware, concerned, not concerned in the bad way, but concerned with others, right? He lends his energy to very many people and very many things, and never is depleted with himself. He knows where his limits are. And when he needs, he takes time. He has support around him. It's this very intuitive sense as well, intuition and awareness of self. Also, having to do very much with home and family. And with the Queen of Earth in reverse, this could symbolize a motherly figure, a very feminine role in your life, could symbolize you, an aspect of your energy. However, this is very earthy, and the end of the month is going to be very grounding, giving you a lot of perspective. With the Queen of Earth in reverse, you could be codependent, you could be feeling a little bit reliant on other people, but you know what, we'll get going. We'll get some clarity over this for you guys. It overall seems like a very good month, very promising, lots of potential here. 6 of Swords, some of you are moving. Some of you are literally closing this chapter with the 9 of Fire and the 4 of Fire with this new home front. 6, of course, relating to home and family, and then the Swords is meaning momentum, some change. This person obviously is kind of like moving out into the unknown, and there might be some uncertainty, but there's this knowing of where you're going and what needs to happen. Okay. It can also speak of intellectual growth, obviously with Swords, carrying a very airy, mental process, something having to do with mental blockages, things that you're letting go of, Temperance. Ooh, and what do we have here? Oh my gosh, okay, so this is really telling. The Temperance card I thought was completely singular. It didn't occur to me that there was another card attached to it because they were literally stuck together. So I feel like this is telling you with the 6 of Swords and this very contemplative Temperance card, you may find that the only way to truly achieve what you're trying to achieve in your goals at this time is to contemplate, is to be very mindful, is to be very slow and steady. Don't rush ahead, don't make rash decisions, even though this very fiery energy is going to want to propel you forward very fast. Aquarius, I know that you are very open-minded, and if not the most open-minded of all of the signs. So I know that you can probably sense there's a need to contemplate every decision, to contemplate you know, how you feel, and maybe wait for the most opportune moment. You have another Six of Wands, so 6 and 6, clarifying this Four of Fire and the Nine of Fire, symbolizing home front family, being in support, right? You have lots of support out there. You have lots of people rooting for you as well. This talks of an athlete who just won this triathlon and he's being carried over the crowd by all of his fans and supporters. He's got 6 wands in the picture, and wands are messages, wands are communication, wands can also be very useful in many other ways. Maybe there's an exchange of energy going on in your future that otherwise couldn't have taken place if you didn't take action. Let's see. So abundance. Let's try to clarify abundance for you. I really feel like this is going to be very successful. Whatever you guys are changing, whatever kind of transformation is happening, Aquarius, it feels very good. Abundance, I don't see very often, actually. You know, it's true. I don't see abundance very often. It is a very clear-cut card. When you get abundance, there's money, there's value, there's opportunity, there's clarity, there's appreciation. All of those really wonderful things that you would hope to come with transformation. And man, are you guys getting some transformation? Okay, so kind of slowly, right? Slowly, these cards came out, which were all in the same position. Okay, I just had to grab them kind of funky with my hand. But the Seven of Wands, the Four of Cups, Ace of Coins, and Queen of Wands. Oh my goodness. This is exactly what you're wanting. You're wanting to just leap forward courageously and fearlessly with no inhibitions. Just the kind of faith it takes to really succeed at something, and determination rather that it takes to succeed in something. The Seven of Wands indicating that there's some kind of vortex, absolutely, maybe even financial and monetary, right? That this vortex is going to lead you to great heights, that you can expect to kind of be even like an entertainer of sorts, or someone who very many people are paying attention to, right? You might even be the new guy in school, that kind of feeling where these people might at first be a little combative or maybe a little hesitant to welcome you. They might even be a little threatened, right? But you kind of come out of the gate just really proving yourself, really being fearless, like, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. And it's really a triumphant moment for you. You know, again, Wands, speaking of purpose, purposeful changes, purposeful qualities being added to your life. Something that you're learning, Aquarius, is very purposeful, useful, and it's going to reap some beautiful rewards. The Four of Cups speaks of no longer contemplating, okay? So as we have this temperance, it's kind of this quiet contemplation, waiting for the opportune time even, but trying to gain the firmest understanding before moving forward. This person, the Four of Cups, it's kind of like we feel as though we've been waiting too long. It's this reservation in order for the right time to present itself. Well, the right time is not going to present itself. It's saying that the right time is now. And you have to stop waiting. You have to stop thinking about this, because, you know, if you just take the leap of faith, the Ace of Coins is waiting for you. This is a beautiful card to have under abundance. Ace of Coins symbolizing very much financial reward, okay, but in a new and a fresh way. Something in its origins is taking place. Something that doesn't necessarily have a promise. I'm sorry about the lawnmowers outside. Of course they're doing that at 8 a.m. But the Ace of Coins symbolizes, you know, something in its origins, maybe not having a promise, right? It could still seem like something out there, maybe even far away, or not quite grabbable, not quite reachable. But it's there, and you see it, and you sense it, and you know you can get it if you make the right moves. Well, and that's the case, Aquarius. If you make the right moves, what you lack in experience, you can make up for in charisma and enthusiasm. And we all know, you guys know how to, I'm trying to get less of a glare on this. You guys know how to play the game when you need to play the game. And this is absolutely what this is telling you, is you have mastered something in your life. Again, Wands energy, something being very useful and practical being applied here. So again, with you guys with this triumphant experience, with this mastery, with this initiation that overall proves you to be very worthy of what is coming your way, you're going to be shining. You're going to be like, what did I worry about? What was I even worried about? And of course, there are going to be the moments where you look like the newbie. There are going to be a few of those moments where you look like the new guy. You look like someone who just started, but I don't think it's going to be in the way that you think, as embarrassing or shameful even. There's none of that. It's something that's just going to empower you, right? And that leads me to this, case 6 of Cups, home front and family, and maybe not feeling powerful, maybe your role in the family or the role in your life, making certain financial decisions, right, supporting the family, or just using your skill sets hasn't really worked out for you. Maybe you've been stagnant for a while. Maybe you've been taking care of family and not able to use your skill set. Well, this very beautiful energy is coming to you this month to reaffirm what's important, right? If you have fears that are holding you back, maybe you're questioning your direction too much, or maybe you are really relying on previous skill sets and not wanting to expand in other ways, this is a total reaffirmation that the kind of energy you're putting towards this will not only support your home and family and children and emotional well-being for a very long time to come, but you will see this as a great success. You will see this as a great endeavor. This is in the eye of the beholder. And what these two are doing, these two children in the eye of the beholder, are doing an exchange. Someone is giving either abundance or emotional support or just a simple gift to another child. And it's this moment of appreciation. It's this moment of keen clarity over the situation that you are very grateful for overcoming, that you are very grateful for listening to your intuition and going with the flow. This can only have promising outcomes for you. If you are, this is absolutely a career. I feel as though you guys can expect some dynamic changes in the home front, your family situation. You guys actually might be moving. What you see as maybe intimidating at first, you will be a master at. So the 2 of Cups, the Fool, and the Magician come up. Interesting. Under the King of Earth. Again, so we have this home and family situation and this very grounding fatherly energy. If those of you who are married, your spouse, is then coming back to the home front. Maybe you guys are trading roles. This could very well be your energy, right? Becoming the more dominant provider of the home. But nonetheless, it's riches and it's support and it's stability and it's consistent. So it's good. What the 2 of Cups initially indicates to me is that there could be some dynamic shifts, right? And maybe if you are involved in a relationship, or if you have people around you who are generally very supportive, you might find their lack of support right now. They might actually be questioning what you're doing or be influencing you in not the most positive way. Your ideas, your aspirations. This is a very Aquarian card as well. So this is how you feel about this person. You feel as though your cups together are empty, right? And there's this moment that you need to come back together. You really need to start seeing eye to eye again and working as a team, because this individuality isn't working for you guys. And the King of Earth and the Queen of Earth may just symbol that. You guys have been on different pages. And this shift is going to help you guys. You guys are going to feel a little bit more on the same page and together. So the Fool, again, symbolizing that they may be treating you as if you don't know what you're doing, right? Or there may even be an indicator that to have a firm foundation under the King of Earth, to really be consistent, you have to think about the kind of moves you're making. You don't want to be too naive. You don't want to be too impulsive with this. This is something that can potentially be very long-term and lasting. So it's important that you don't just gallivant off the cliff. The Magician, okay, this is the most powerful card in this clarity, right? With you coming to this knowledge, this awareness, this energy coming to you to further emphasize your skill sets, giving you everything you need to be very successful. And it's just an affirmation or a confirmation that you can move forward. You are being supported. The Magician kind of wants you to take initiative, right? The Magician will never propel you forward. The Magician will never give you so much support that you don't feel any resistance or you don't feel any fear. There's a little bit of an unknown with the Magician. So still, if there is some things that are not completely clear by the time of you initiating some kind of new business venture or new partnership, even new dynamics, this change is going to be really good for you. But if there's still some doubts, rest assured that the Magician would not come up if it weren't for long-term success, because it's going to show you all of your weaknesses and then turn them into your strengths. The Queen of Earth. Oh my gosh! Wow! So the Queen of Earth, no resistance, no hesitation there. Okay, so the Queen of Earth, symbolizing 3 of Cups, the Sun, and 10 of Cups. A lot of emotional energy here. And maybe it's even for the fact of needing to come back together, right, with the King of Earth. Some kind of partnership dynamic is absolutely shifting, and it's maybe because of a career change, a different role, a different financial support coming to you that switches things up a little bit, okay? And don't be afraid of this, because this is very creative, this is very expansive, this is very passionate, what you're doing, and you have a lot of opportunity for growth in this. But with the King of Earth, there might be some reservations, right? He might be a little bit more, a little bit more linear with his thinking. And the Queen of Earth, she really wants to be expansive, but she needs the King to ground him or ground her as well. So with the 3 of Cups, again, it's this 3 of water, but it's upright, right? We have the 3 of water in this deck in reverse, but with the 3 of water upright, this symbolizes support, a reason to celebrate, financial gain, endeavor well rewarded, a culmination of efforts, right, between these 3 hands. They've all shared a part in this transition, and they're all raising their glasses to cheers. So it kind of seems like that unknown, is kind of working out for you, right? It kind of seems that way, right? Even though it was a little unknown and maybe even a little risky because of that, you can expect some really good things to come your way, and a lot of people to be in support of this, even if it's after the fact, just by a tad, right? It's still going to rely on your initiative to make this happen, because there might not be a lot of support to begin with. It might be up to you completely, and that's going to tug on your heartstrings. That's going to tug on your energy a little bit. But in the end, I see, you very much so. Even if you had doubted yourself, you can expect some great support, some abundance, some emotional welfare, and balance, right? Some structure. The Sun coming up in reverse, symbolizing that, some of you may be trying to get pregnant. Obviously, this has a child in the card. I don't see a lot of that happening this month, unfortunately. Some signs have been getting this really intense influx on family and children, giving birth, that kind of thing. Aquarius, to be honest, I feel like you guys are very much in your career. I feel like you guys are very much stabilizing your home family, the home front. And if this has anything to do with the Queen of Earth, I would say that even though there may be chances of infertility, it may not just be the right time energetically, that it's not necessarily an end-all, say-all. The Sun can be put in reverse or in an upright position, rather. But that, again, it's just not on your focus. What I'm seeing with the Sun as well is just this illuminary aspect that might take some time really to refine. Because when the Sun is in reverse, it kind of means like you have this perspective, but you don't know how to get there, and the way isn't clear, or the way is not lit up for you. So if you're coming against roadblocks towards the end of the month, just know that those are necessary obstacles for any entrepreneur. that's an obstacle for any person who's learning a new skill, right? You kind of have to find your way. You have to make your way. Not everything will always be easy, but I'm seeing it will be very worth it. The Ten of Cups, okay? Again, signifying this dynamic shift, right? And a rebalance. Even though it's a very creative way to balance, this couple is finding their balance. They're doing acro yoga on the top of this pyramid, and all their cups are stacked and aligned. And, you know, it's kind of like they've reorganized, they've reshifted, they've recalibrated, and they've come back together. And it's a beautiful thing, and now they can shine together. Now they can be at the top of their game together. Really, really interesting reading. I hope that you guys got something out of that, because you guys have been going through quite a few shifts. There's a lot of energy here for you. I hope that you navigate these energies very skillfully, because it has a lot of potential to suit you in the long run for a very long time. You know, how many ways can I reiterate this? It's just very good energy. Time to go. Okay, so 3 more cards came out on their backs, and I'm just going to put them back. Time to go. I mean, this is speaking of an entrepreneur at its finest. Your angels are telling you that if you have a creative endeavor that you'd really like to pick up and get moving with, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. Okay, this is really, really clear. It's time to go. There's this purpley hue, and she's being guided not only by the sun at sunrise, but by this flame in her torch, in her wand. It's putting your skills to use. It's not delaying. It's moving with the flow, because your angels are very much helping you this month. Whenever I see this card, it's meaning that your angels are literally grabbing you by the hands and pulling you in a direction. So you may as well go with them, right? Because they're going to win. They're going to show you exactly what you need to find out from this endeavor, from this new chapter. And you just got to follow your heart. You've got to follow that flame. Don't stay in the darkness, because the flame is leaving and you want to have your hand on it, right? You want to be the one to be carrying the torch at the finish line. The sun sets and rises each day, and it's the same with the avenues in your life. See the beauty within each sunset in your life, and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of a new beginning, and we are with you through each phase and cycle. Isn't that true? Let's see what my spirit guide oracle deck has to say. So intuitive. I'm hoping that something comes out, you know, with some good career advice, you know, something about the law of attraction, just to further clarify what exactly your guides are trying to interject in your life. I really can't believe it. You guys have so many endings and closures. You're going to be saying goodbye to a few things, but the sacrifice is so worth it. It's so necessary. It's going to make you feel much more empowered and grateful for what you have. Maybe there was even a lack of gratuity and appreciation in your past, either relationship or your past endeavors. Maybe they weren't fruitful. You know, maybe you really tried and there was a gateway open, but that was, you know, you have to chalk it up to experience. Anything from our guides, I'll try 3 more times. Interesting reading. Aquarius, I just love you. I think you guys are really on the ball. You guys are really trying. This abundance card is sticking out to me. She even looks so much like an Aquarius. She's just so amazing. All right, I don't think that the guides have anything for you guys. I hope that this helps. You know, if you want a personal reading to further clarify, please contact me. I'll link my website in the description box below. Yeah, and I will see you guys in July. Thanks so much. Bye.